Nandito kami ngayon sa Santa Cruz Mystery Spot. Malalaman niyo mamaya kung bakit tawag dito Mystery Spot. 1, 2, 3. Maganda itong mystery spot. Merong nakakaibang nangyayari dito sa lugar na to.
We're here in mystery spot.
So excited to see.
From Boracay to mystery spot, the same group.
And we're in Santa Cruz.
We can start. Has anybody been to the mystery spot before? No. Oh, you have? How long ago?
2-3 years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, don't worry. Nothing has changed.
Yes, I know.
Except for your tour guide.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm a little more handsome.
Of course.
My
I
jokes
agree.
have gotten worse. So, you're welcome. We improve where we can. So, a little bit of history behind the mystery. This place was originally owned by a lumber company until the year of 1939. This is when a man named George Prather decided that he wanted to purchase the flat land out here to my left, which comprises our garden and parking lot areas today. Mr. Prather was hoping to use the land out there to build himself and his wife a summer cabin out here in Santa Cruz, but this lumber company, that he was purchasing the land from had different plans. They were unwilling to sell George just the flat land alone, saying they would only consider parting with it if he was also prepared to purchase the hill to my right in a package deal. And this lumber company was being a little shady with that counteroffer because they were choosing to leave out some crucial information for Mr. Prather. What they chose to leave out was that anything they themselves had previously built on top of the hill, no matter how large or small, was completely unsuccessful, because during the winter time of its construction, they would find the structures they had built breaking away from their foundations and tumbling their way down the hillside towards the valley below, where we're all standing right now. So, of course, without knowing that information outright, George Prather jumps on this opportunity and he buys the land, because in his mind it seemed like a little bit more land, a little bit more money, whatever. I'll pull some strings, I'll make it work. So he sends out a team of surveyors to see what they could discover about the land. And these surveyors discovered something very peculiar. They discovered that as they were walking up the hillside with their compasses out, that their compasses began giving them false readings. Anywhere from about 3 degrees off as they started making their way up the hill, increasing slowly to about 180 as they got closer and closer to the top. So as they were walking up the hillside here, they were watching slowly as north was becoming south, which means that east was becoming... Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh wow, finishing my sentences. I haven't felt a connection like this in a very long time. Do you want to meet my parents after this? So yes, east would become west. And from that, from their compasses giving them false readings and where the surveyors were receiving those false readings, they started using that information to map out 150-foot diameter, a boundary line of the mystery spot, which they marked out with these 2 concrete blocks here. The block I'm standing on right now represents being just outside of the mystery spot, while the block closer to the hillside represents being just inside of it. Now, if I could have y'all come forward enough until you can see the compass. I'm going to show you how the surveyors discovered the boundary line and also that it really exists. So right there with the compass outside of the mystery spot, true north, and the region around us is southeast, right? But if I move the compass closer to the hillside, we're going to watch it shift from southeast to southwest. What they were noticing, they were moving their compasses back and forth, finding that consistent control reading outside of the mystery spot, moving their compass closer to the hillside until they noticed a slight shift. They would mark that shift on their map, they'd move forward and repeat. until they discovered this boundary line runs between these two concrete blocks, through these 3 trees, all the way up and around, and past the top of the hill, coming all the way back down and forming a perfect circle around the hillside, which is why these land surveyors named this area the Mystery Circle. Very close. I'd write that one down. So these 2 concrete blocks here, they used to be completely flat across on their own without the 2x4s. Over the years, though, these trees right behind me and their roots have crept forward, offsetting the blocks in various ways. So to compensate for that, we've taken these 2x4s, shaved them down unevenly on either side, and we've made the 2x4s a flat surface. We're gonna prove they're flat with this right here. This is a level, but I gotta show you the level isn't tricked first. So does the bubble move in the tube there, buddy? Beautiful. This is an honest level, ladies and gentlemen. He makes an honest living. Now, can anybody come up and tell us if the bubble is in the middle here? Yes or no?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'm gonna flip the level around to show you I haven't tapered or shaved it on either side. As I do that, though, you may notice the bubble is now somewhere that rhymes with in the schmidt. Yeah, so I know you guys didn't pay a whole $10 just to hear a complete stranger talk to you about a level piece of wood. It's probably incredibly boring. Depot, and it would have been the same experience, right? So I'm gonna spice it up. I'll do something they're not as willing to do at a Home Depot. Huh? Huh? Okay, not the reaction I was hoping for. That's okay. So I'm gonna need 2 volunteers that are roughly the same height. You don't have to be exactly the same, just a few inches of difference. Yeah?
Right here.
Vic, what are your names?
Curvin.
Curvin? I'm sorry?
Jury.
Jury? Can you come stand across from me? Perfect. Now, sir, can you come take my spot right there? Okay, so right now, you're outside of the mystery spot, okay? Don't worry. Okay, I promise you, I'm gonna get you in there soon. But I need you to try to fight back those tears. That means you're inside the mystery spot. Can you feel that? No? That's wonderful. That's called peer pressure. Look lovingly at each other like a Nicholas Sparks film. Alright, when you look straight ahead, you're looking about the middle of her forehead, you're looking about his cheekbones, maybe his smile. Let's have you 2 switch places.
Oh, I know. I feel taller.
You grew, right? This is the miracle spot for you, not the misery spot. I'm so sorry that you shrank, but for $10 you can switch places with her again.
Can I stay this way?
Yeah, of course.
Wow, I'm taller.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. Yeah.
Anybody else want my feet are right below my head? As I cross the gap and enter the mystery spot, my body becomes subject to a slight lean. As we enter inside and progress further, our bodies will be subject to varying degrees of this lean. Down here it's very slight, it's only about 2-3 degrees. We're gonna watch it increase to 11 degrees inside that first courtyard, and then just under 17 once we go inside the actual cabin. And if you'd like to know what your body will look like in the cabin, we have this Life magazine photo on the ticket check right there. It'll give you a lovely idea how you're about to look. Your pants are even gonna get that high. I don't make the rules. So I'm inside the mystery spot. I'm subject to that slight lean that translates to my eye level appearing to sink down about 1.5 inches. But when I step outside, I can stand up straight and tall with my full, complete height, no lean, hence the appearance of a height change we noticed as they entered and exited the mystery spot. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you up the hillside here towards the cabin. So just go ahead and follow me.
Kaya mo umakyat nun?
So not only did you book yourselves on the most mysterious tour.
Ito mo, parang bigat-bigat na. Ang hirap na makakad. May magnet ka mo.
Allah.
Take it a step further. You know, get your full $10 out of this experience, you guys. Start to move it, work it, pump it, squeeze it until you feel it burn. My goal is that by the time you reach the cabin, you'll feel like you've developed hips like Shakira's.
Oh, God.
Right? I know you're not worried, my man, but I'm talking to the rest of us, okay? Not everyone can be born with hips that don't lie like me. Some of us have to work for it. You're doing great. 2 more miles.
Hinihingal ako. Hinihingal ako.
You'll notice that we're all standing at that 11-degree lean. I already know these are women's pants. Thank you, sir. You can point your toes towards the bottom of the hill. You play around with it a little bit. You'll see your feet out in front of you. 6 months ago, a gentleman told me this was the first time he'd seen his toes since Reagan was in office.
Wow.
And I'm really changing lives out here. And if you point your toes towards the top of the hill, you can throw your arms directly out behind you like so. And if you listen real closely, you'll actually start to hear the spirit of Michael Jackson. About 2 feet in height per year, and while that tree looks very large, it's only 150 feet tall. So the tree itself is about 75 years old.
Lapit ka dun, Curve.
It was built in 1940. So the cabin is pushing just over 81 years old. It's got at least 6 years on the tree, and it's ready for the senior discount it's been waiting for. So if it wasn't the tree, why did the cabin stop? We believe that what stopped the cabin is what's known as a gravitational anomaly, present within this 150-foot diameter, present within the mystery spot itself. And I know that sounds very strange, so that's why I have a tool other than myself that's going to showcase this gravitational anomaly at work. It does require a slight ritual. When I bring it out of the cabin, I need all of you, as loud as you can, to go.
Naka-lean siya. Hindi siya natutuwa.
So loud that my boss can hear you down in the office. Think that I'm doing a great job, and then consider paying me in something other than bumper stickers. All right, the board of mystery.
Just relaxing.
Alright, so we got 2 useless tools in front of you, right? This board is the way it appears to us. What I mean by that is when I put my level down, the bubble goes to my left side. That means this end of the board out here appears to be higher, and like most of Santa Cruz, it actually is. Now, if this end of the board's higher, that means this end of the board is sober. That's right. So I got a billiard ball with me, because, who doesn't? And this is where you're going to use your imagination, okay? I want you to pretend that this board is the hillside that we're standing on. This billiard ball is the cabin. If I find the right spot on the board, it's going to stay in one place, despite this end being higher and this end being lower, right? It's a lot like what's happening with the cabin. If I move it anywhere else on the board, though, you're going to notice that billiard ball doesn't want to stay in one place. It wants to get pushed up and out by that gravitational anomaly, right? So this is what was happening to the cabin. It was sliding down the hillside. It was being acted upon on one side by that gravitational anomaly until eventually it was able to slow down enough and collect enough debris to stay in one place. Come on. We were seeing it today. Now, at this point, some of you are thinking you just cut the board a certain way to make the billiard ball do all that, to tell me why you didn't build the cabin sideways. So I'm going to flip the board around. And I'm only doing this to show you the ball is going to roll in either direction, which has absolutely nothing to do with the mystery. Okay, I don't want to get you confused. This happens because one direction sucks. Now, I could still be lying, right? There could be a small motor in here. There could be a trained hamster. I could be an underpaid magician. You never know. So I got some water with me. I'm gonna do something special for you guys, and I'm just gonna pour one out for my homie. This is for you, Maurice.
Whoa.
Oh, you're recording. Hello. My name's Chris. I'm an actor. Please hire me.
We'll send you an email.
We're gonna make our way inside the cabin. Just here, so be sure to use the handrail.
Papasok na kami ngayon sa cabin. Nakakahilo dito sa loob.
So this is from the underground. That's why it's.
Whoa, dito yan.
You guys want to come up?
No way.
So you guys can come stand up on top of the table to take some pictures. It looks like you're leaning out over nothing. Nothing says I went to the mystery spot, like putting a picture like this on your Facebook wall. Now you can also hang on to those handlebars above the door frame right there. You'll feel yourself getting pulled down towards the center instead of hanging straight down like you're supposed to. Make sure I get here. I'm sorry. Taking pictures on the table.
Oh, ingat, Curves. Go to the edge. And then just stand straight.
Stand straight.
Yeah, oh, there.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not straight actually, but stand straight.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wait, I should be here. Wait.
Oh my God!
Wait, ha?
Titanic.
Yan.
Hilo! Oh.
Every now.
Yan? Yung may tsura ko dito?
Aha.
Oh.
You're like flying.
Bigat.
Nakakahilo dito.
Ayan, gano'n na.
Okay. Yan. Wait, nagkulang din.
Okay, game. One more. Oh, dito. Wow! Ooh. Wow!
Okay. Okay na. Wait, na ako. Yan.
Akit ka rin.
Hindi, ganyan na. Hindi ba Isa pa. Ano?
Akit ka?
Subukan.
Mahulog ka ha?
Okay.
Mahulog ka.
You try it.
Ano, nakatayo ba?
Wow!
Nakatayo ba ako or what?
Yan, ganda.
Ah, maligat. Oo,
Ulo
oo,
ka dito.
oo.
Oops!
Oh,
God.
Kulang kita dito. Sige, sige.
Ha?
Ganyan ka.
Para ako nakalim eh.
Yan.
And then it gets lighter.
Kulay yung kamo. No, guys, kamo. Tingin dito yan. Dito tingin.
Try niya natin to.
Yan.
Yan, try mo. Hop, 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 hop.
It's an occupational hazard, first of all. So if you move it this way, you'll feel it getting heavier. You're going away from the center of the mystery spot. And then towards the corner, you'll feel it getting lighter. You're going towards the center of the mystery spot.
Careful.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Di ba ga? Diyan mas mabigat. Dito. Mabigat lighter.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, mystery!
So itong mystery spot, pag meron kami mga bisita, first time dito, dinadala namin dito kasi maganda dito eh. Misteryoso nga eh. Kung napapansin niyo yung mga kasama namin, yan din yung kasama namin nung nag-Boracay kami. Yan, si Nolly, si Jury, si Kervin. So, ngayon nandito naman kami gumagala sa Santa Cruz, California.
So as I walk away from my level towards the fence, I'm walking uphill, but looks like I'm starting to get shorter. As I walk back to my level, I'm walking downhill, but suddenly I'm getting more handsome. We can double check my math, of course. We can take the billiard ball and we can take the water. Set them both down. We'll see the billiard ball roll down towards my level, and then we'll see the water follow the ball, both of which are rolling and flowing downhill. Not like we just saw that 10 minutes ago. Okay, I get it. You guys don't really seem very mystified. You seem a little bit disappointed. Now, you're nowhere near as disappointed as my father when I told him I was going to an art school.
Ayun, tapos na. Yun na yun. Bababa na kami ngayon. Salamat at pababa na. Kanina hiningal kami paakyat eh. Kunin mo na yung akin. Shout out kay Melot at saka sa pamilya ni Ate Nel. Pag sakaling makarating kayo ng Bay Area, dadalhin ko kayo dito. Akong bahala sa inyo. So hanggang dito na lang yung vlog na ito. Sana na-enjoy nyo yung mystery spot. Medyo popular na destination ito sa mga turista. So again, Baneg TV, consider subscribing. Thank you very much. See you on the next vlog.